Today's lesson is on the y-intercept of a line. Follow along with your notes as you go through this video lesson. Our EQ for today, how can I determine the y-intercept of a linear function? First thing we need to determine is what is y-intercept. Y-intercept is the y value at which the graph of the line crosses the y-axis. To find the y-intercept when looking at a graph, all you're doing is looking at the graph to see which point crosses the y-axis. When you have an equation, to find the y-intercept, you look at the equation y equals mx plus b. In this slope-intercept form, we know that m is our slope, but b is our y-intercept. The y-intercept of a graph is the y value at which the graph crosses the y-axis. So in order to determine the y-intercept, we are going to look at our vertical line or our y-axis to see where the line crosses the y-axis, and that is the point that we name our y-intercept. For example, with the first graph, it crosses our y-axis at 0. Therefore, our y-intercept is 0. For our second graph, our line crosses our y-axis here. So if we count up on our y-axis, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So our y-intercept is 4. On our third graph, again, we look at our y-axis. We see our point crosses here, and that is negative 1, 2, 3. So our y-intercept is negative 3. Graph the equation y equals x plus 3. What is the y-intercept of the graph of the equation? In order to graph the equation, what we need to do is figure out our y-intercept. Our y-intercept is going to be that plus 3. So we're going to look for positive 3 on our y-axis. So we start at 0, we go up to 3, and we plot our point. We know this is a positive y-intercept, so we should have a positive slope. So we're going to draw our line increasing from left to right as such. So that shows a graph of the equation y equals x plus 3, showing that our y-intercept is 3. What is the y-intercept of the graph of the equation y equals x plus 6? I know that my y-intercept is plus 6, so I'm going to plot positive 6 on the y-axis of my graph. Since this is a positive slope, I'm going to draw a line increasing from left to right through 6. For each graph, or the graph of each equation, find the y-intercept. We're going to start by looking at letter A. Remember, to find the y-intercept on a graph, you need to figure out where the line crosses the y-axis. When I look at my line, I see it crosses the y-axis at negative 2. So my y-intercept would be negative 2. For graph B, I see that my line crosses my y-axis at 2. So my y-intercept will be positive 2. With letter C, my equation is in y equals mx plus b form. This minus 3 is our y-intercept. So my y-intercept would be read as negative 3. For letter D, mx plus b, again shows plus 3 as my y-intercept. So my y-intercept is positive 3. What is the y-intercept of the graph of the equation y equals negative 5x minus 1? Remember, in slope-intercept form, your equation is y equals mx.
Teachers, please pardon the interruption. Some of the 7th grade students will be coming into your class late.
So the formula y equals mx plus b shows our slope-intercept form. Remember, m stands for our slope, and b stands for our y-intercept. In the equation, y equals negative 5x minus 1, that negative 1 or minus 1 will be my y-intercept. The line models the total amount of snow on the ground during a snowstorm. What is the y-intercept of the line? What does the y-intercept represent? Remember, the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. So as you can see, 3 will be my y-intercept. What does the y-intercept represent? If we look, our 3 represents the snow height before more snow started to accumulate on the ground. So 3 inches represents the amount of snow. That was on the ground before the snow started to accumulate more each hour. Our second question, what is the slope of the line? Remember, to figure out slope, we are trying to find our unit rate or constant of proportionality. So for our slope, we are going to look at our 2 points and figure out the difference between them. So we have 1 point here, that's at 0.3, and we have 1 point here that is at 4.2. Excuse me, 2.4. So remember, in order to figure out slope from a graph, we use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. If we label our points x1, y1, x2, y2, we are going to subtract 4 minus 3 over 2 minus 0. 4 minus 3 is 1, 2 minus 0 is 2. So our slope is 1/2. Since our slope is 1/2, that tells us with our slope being 1/2, that tells us that our snow increases by 1/2 of an inch every hour. A bottle of dish soap starts to leak. The line models the total amount of dish soap in the bottle. As you can see, our slope is decreasing from left to right. The soap is leaking from the dish, so that is negative. To find our y-intercept, remember we're looking to see where or what point crosses our y-axis. So here is our y-axis, and we see 6 is the point at which our line crosses. So the y-intercept of the line is 6. What does the y-intercept represent? The y-intercept represents that 6 fluid ounces of dish soap were in the soap bottle before it started leaking. is the number that tells you what you start with or what you begin with. And then from there, we can use our slope to determine relationships shown within our graphs, tables, and equations. Look at these two. Look at the first one on the left. What is the y-intercept for the following line? Remember, y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis. But this line never crosses the y-axis. When you have a vertical line, you will not have a y-intercept. So for this one, there is no y-intercept. For our second graph, we have a horizontal line. We can see that the line crosses the y-intercept right here, the y-axis right here. So our y-intercept will be 1, 2, 3 and a half. So 3.5 or 3.5 will be our y-intercept. When you have a vertical line on a graph, there is no y-intercept. When you have a horizontal line on a graph, the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis.